evening up right now. Usually what I have every night is a big, huge, massive salad, and I use all kinds of different, you know, ingredients to make my salads different every night, because obviously you don't want to eat the same thing all the time. But I'm trying to keep it all raw. I'm trying to, add in as many different flavors as I can to kind of make it in different textures to make it interesting. Because, I'm not adding in chicken, I'm not adding in rice, I'm not adding in potatoes or anything like that. But I still don't want to just have lettuce all the time either. So I'm going to show you how to make this big salad I'm making, which is kind of just what's in my fridge. I have an idea of what the kind of style of salad I want to make, but a lot of it just has to do with what's in there to begin with. The first thing I'm going to start off with, and this is just for me, this is one salad I'm making, is an entire head of romaine lettuce. And so I'm just going to spin that. I like my salads, I like everything cut really small. I get to the point where I practically like eating my salads with a big spoon, rather than having big, huge leaves. So I'll just cut that up, and I'm just going to quickly spin my lettuce so it is clean, or as clean as it gets. And this is my salad mixing bowl over here. I usually make my salad in that bowl because it's so big. If I made it in the salad bowl that I eat it out of, I could never toss it. So I make it in this big bowl, but then I don't think it's pretty, so I put it in a bowl that I like the way it looks better. And that's what I eat it out of. Which I actually think is way up high. I'm going to have to stand on a chair to get to it. Put it way up. All right, one more little toss here. Spin. Okay, so I'm going to take that whole head of romaine and dump it in my salad mixing bowl. Then on top of that, I am going to grab some arugula. I love arugula. I can eat arugula every night. It's got a really spicy, peppery flavor. I don't put a lot of spices, although I'm going to put in one today that I don't often use. But it's got such a spicy flavor to it. It adds a lot of flavor to your salad. And I can't get enough of this. Okay. So there's that. I've got some celery that I chopped up already, and that is adding a lot of salt in. If you want to add salt without adding, salt, real, granulated salt, you can just add some cucumber in, and you're going to get a saltier flavor. Let's see. I've got a little bit of red pepper left over in my fridge, so I pulled that out. Lots of vitamin C in here, and I'm going to put that in. And again, I like things chopped up little, so these are going to get chopped up into little pieces. Now I eat salads like this probably 5 times a week. I'll do things like I'll make a salad and then I'll put it in wraps, make wraps with collard greens or even just lettuce. Sometimes I'll make nori wraps, wrap it up in nori. Every once in a while I'll use, which is not raw, I'll use rice paper wrap, Japanese rice paper wrap. I actually do rolls with a dipping sauce, which is really, I love those, but I don't do that too often because I don't think the rice kind of gunks up your system. I just would rather just eat fruits and vegetables and not putting some grape tomatoes in. I love grape tomatoes because they have so much flavor no matter what time of year. Grape tomatoes seem to have lots of flavor, whereas, as you know, most of the tomatoes you buy in the grocery store don't really taste like much of anything. Now it's probably going to take me about an hour to eat this. When I've got my kids here, they're not here today. I'm making their food, I'm cleaning up, it takes me a long time to eat my salad. But the amount of nutrition that I'm getting, you've got to get these greens into your body. And you can put, I already had a smoothie this morning that had spinach in it. These are chives, but I have a different knife for every job. This is my polka dot knife. Can you see my polka dot knife? It is so cool. It's my very favorite knife because it's so cool looking. But if you eat the majority of your calories from fruit all day long, bananas, and what did I have today? I had 3 bananas, I had a bunch of dates, I had 2 nectarines. I didn't have a lot to eat today. That's about all. I had an orange and some pineapple for breakfast. I didn't eat much today because I went out for dinner last night with some girlfriends and I ate a lot of food, so I wasn't all that hungry today. Okay, there we go, some chives. I'm just going to throw in a little bit of parsley, which I'm really kind of coarsely chopping because I'm not being too picky about how teeny tiny it is. I like parsley. Parsley's really good for you. Coarsely chopped parsley. I could be more picky and make it really fine, but I'm not going to. Okay, and then I have got some corn. Now the reason corn is kind of an odd thing to put in this salad because it's sweet, but this is where the texture is coming in. Something like corn or something like peas, sun-dried tomatoes, something like that add a chewiness. This would be like if I put rice in here, it would give it a chewiness. So it adds just a little different texture. And then sometimes you want things like that give it crunch. I'm also going to put in some sprouts. Let's do a whole bunch of sprouts. They're full of minerals and protein. Okay. All right. Then my little cheaty thing I'm putting in here, my little treat, I should say, that I'm putting in here is going to be some Kalamata olives. Now the reason I'm putting in Kalamata olives is my dressing is going to be a tahini dressing. It's going to be like a hummus dressing. So I've got tahini and lemon and some garlic powder. I could use fresh garlic, but I just feel like using garlic powder because I just want a little teeny tiny bit today. And I love the way that hummus tastes with Kalamata olives. So I'm going to chop up just a little, and I'm going to make these pretty small because I kind of want to get the flavor of these. And this is going to add a lot of salt in there too, but a huge punch of flavor. But they're high in fat, and I've got fat in my tahini. I want my salad to be really low fat. Actually, this is an overt fat that I'm using in the tahini. Actually, it's not really because it is a whole food. It's ground sesame seeds. An overt fat is like olive oil or any oil like that. It's not an olive. It's just the oil. It's just been pressed out of it. It's better to eat the olive than to eat the olive oil because you're getting all the other stuff that's in the olive, all the other nutrients that are in there. quite often I make salads, and I'll make some of these another time, that don't have any fat in them at all. That the dressing is just made from vegetables, like, like fruit with chives in a blender, something like that. Or you can do fruit with tomato. I'm going to just throw the juice from those olives in. All right, onto this dressing here. So first of all, I'm going to get let's use this. Here's my tahini. I'm going to get a good tablespoon of tahini here. There we go. And you will feel so stuffed after you eat this salad. But by the time you go to bed, you won't feel stuffed at all. Where's mine? Here it is. This is my little, let's do this one, it's bigger. You'll feel so good in the morning. It digests so quickly and so well. And you'll just feel energized and fabulous, although you'll feel really stuffed right after you eat it. And this kind of food, eating it for dinner, it's just going to make you, there's no heaviness the next day. There's no, you're going to, by the time you go to bed, it's going to be almost digested, and you'll sleep really well. You'll have all these, just a cornucopia of vitamins and minerals in there. Nothing gunking up your system. No glutens, no animal fat and meat, dead stuff, nothing in your digestive system. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water into here. Now all I've got right now is tahini, a little bit of water, lemon juice, and some garlic powder. That's it. That's the dressing. And this is so yummy, this dressing. I'm going to keep adding a little bit of water until I get kind of a, pourable dressing consistency. This is one of my favorite dressings. Maybe a little more garlic powder. I'm all by myself tonight. I can smell like garlic. So I don't need any salt in here because I've got the salt in the celery and in the olives, lots of salt in there. And so I'm just going to pour this over. And now, since this is just my salad, I am going to toss it. That's what we've got so far. And I'm going to toss it with my favorite tossing tools, and that's these. And so this is the best way to get everything incorporated. And I'm the only one eating this, and I know my hands are clean. But it does a really great job just getting everything all smushed up with that tahini, creamy tahini. Get the olives all mixed through. I could have put a little more dressing on here if I'd wanted to, but I think that it's going to be flavorful enough that I didn't really need that. And who wants more fat? We don't need more fat. If I wanted to put more fat in here, what I could do is sprinkle some chia seeds over this, or some hemp seeds, and get really a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll probably add some of that in because I haven't had much of that today, and that would be a good thing for me to add into my dinner meal. Or I might just make like a hot blender tea drink later, with some chia in it or something like that. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, let me just rinse my hands off. I'm going to quickly stand up on my chair and get my more favorite salad bowl. Down. It's my teeny tiny kitchen. You wouldn't believe how much food gets produced in here. My friend Nicholas says I need more real estate. I agree, but it works. All right, here's my beautiful salad. All the vitamins and minerals my body would want for dinner. And let's give it a taste. Think you could eat this? This whole thing? Look at the size of that. This is heavy. This bowl is a heavy bowl. But you just take your time, sit down, do something on the computer, you know, sit with your spouse. You know, if you're married and or you're with somebody who eats meat, you could throw a piece of something on the top of this, a piece of grilled chicken or salmon or something like that, and it would still be just as good for you. I will have no trouble eating this whole thing. I just love that dressing. It's nice and creamy and thick, and you know, luxurious tasting. It doesn't taste like I'm missing anything. Is what I guess I want to say. It's very satisfying. Anyway, I hope you try making a salad like this sometime for yourself, and let me know if you do. Let me know if you try this dressing. The dressing is really what I wanted to get out there, and the idea of making a salad for your dinner is what I wanted to get out there. Even if you do this once a week, twice a week, it's a great addition into your lifestyle, and will just change the way that you feel and change the way that your body digests and the way that your brain works, and just, you know, make you happier and lighter and more alive. And that's a really great way to feel. All right, so I'm going to finish my salad now. I'll see you soon.